Rose Blanchard posts pictures like this surrounded by her medical records like, look at this, look at everything that was done to me. Then she will make posts like these and flat out say, I've never had anybody explain my medical records to me. No one has ever transcribed it in a way so that I'll understand it. It's an insane thing to say when you have all these medical records, and not only that, you've given them to multiple people, one of them your friend. A lot of Gypsy Rose's medical records are written in a manner where you can understand what they're saying. If you look at her medical records from 2013 and it shows you like her active medical history, the things she is going through right then, names what she's allergic to, her asthma, developmental delay, dysphagia, gastro issues, GERD, muscular dystrophy says it's limb girdle, and we have her chromosomal deletion of 1q21.1. Says she's paraplegic since birth. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Seizure disorder, well managed. Serenix at C7, C8. On here, acute lymphoblastic leukemia that she had at the age of 5. Notice it also says remission resolved. Gypsy loves to act like her mom was just actively saying that Gypsy Rose had cancer, but it doesn't say that in her medical records. Even in posts where Dee Dee was trying to get donations, she wasn't saying Gypsy was actively fighting cancer. Said Gypsy had a history of lymphoblastic leukemia. Why has Gypsy pushed this narrative so hard? Like, she said I had cancer and I didn't find out till I went to jail that I don't have cancer? Your own medical records say you've been in remission since 5. Another thing Gypsy has tried to maintain is that her mom kept her sedated. She was just sedated, honey. But if you look right here, this is a list of her medications, and there's nothing crazy on this list. Keep in mind, this is from 2013, and the strongest thing on here is some Valium and some prednisone, honey. Gypsy pushes this narrative like she was drugged all the time. And if you really listen to her story, she was taking pain pills because she wanted to, not because it was something her mom was drugging her with. Again, you'll notice down here, it mentions acute lymphoblastic leukemia, age 5, in remission. Right along this line, it says that Gypsy had a bone marrow transplant at the age of 5. It doesn't seem like Gypsy was going through any kind of chemo. If you look at this form, it talks about Gypsy's teeth and how they are all capped. This is in 2013 when Gypsy would have been about, what, 22, 23? She has all her teeth capped. That right there should let everyone know that Gypsy Rose did not have good oral health. And the fact you can see all kinds of pictures from Gypsy as a child into adulthood in her teeth. The whole time she's struggling, honey. She's having all kinds of problems with them teeth. Even as a child, it was all capped, baby. The thing is this little letter right here. First off, you can go ahead and read this letter, but it talks about how Dee Dee was in a car wreck and some things she just can't remember. She told them she wasn't sure if Gypsy being paralyzed started at birth, if she doesn't know if it was caused by another episode or what. It's interesting when we know that Gypsy said she's the one who lied to her mom about having feeling in her damn legs when she was 6. Here it talks about how Gypsy only sees shadows out of one of her eyes. Hearing difficulties, however, speech is good. Right here it says she has seizures every 4 to 6 months. It doesn't sound like her mom is trying to gas it up like, oh yeah, she's having seizures all the damn time. And it doesn't seem that her mom was forcing her to take that seizure medicine because it wasn't in Gypsy's system when she was arrested, and then she turned around and asked for it her damn self. Also, I mentioned right here in November of 2009 that Gypsy Rose had laryngoscopy under light general anesthesia. This was done to assess vocal cords closing. Why in her damn book did she try to make it sound like she was having that in 2015? This is the reason she decided to kill her mama. I mean, we know it wasn't that because she started making the plan to kill her mom a year before that damn appointment was ever even made, honey. I don't know why she tries to make that damn story up like, oh, my mom said she was going to slit my throat. That's when I decided, no, ma'am. Y'all were already planning for a year when that appointment came up. Girl, you're crazy. That's what happens when you lie about a bunch of shit. You can't keep up with it, man. I honestly think that Gypsy Rose would be able to sleep better at night. She'd be able to deal with what she did as far as taking her mother's life, going to prison. She would just tell the truth. I think she knows that some of this, a lot of this, is lies. I think Gypsy also feels like she's too far in now. She can't turn around. Then people are going to say, see, I told you she was lying. And yes, we are. It's no different than us calling your ass out on your bullshit already, honey. At least if Gypsy Rose would admit to this shit, like, what more could we say other than we told you so, you know? Back to Gypsy only seeing shadows out of her eye. I have 4 children. When you have eye issues, they take your kid and they do a fucking eye exam. And the doctor goes off of what your child has told them in that eye exam. Gypsy acts like, oh, I just had a lazy eye. Ma'am, Gypsy Alcida, now this is not just a lazy eye. Her eye was cockeyed. It was turned all the way in to where you could see the bridge of your nose, ma'am. Bobby Petrie being like, oh, Dee Dee put her in glasses she didn't need. You were going to be blind. And you can claim, oh, this was cosmetic. All you fucking want, girl. It's not a lazy eye. It's strabismus. Your eye was turning the hell in. You literally had to go in there and probably cut some of the muscles to make your eye straighten back out because it was pulling in. Like, come on, girl. Also, to claim this was cosmetic when as soon as you got out of prison, your ass shaved your nose down. You ass mind getting some cosmetic work done. Girl, stop it, Gypsy. This is Gypsy Rose's medication in 2012. Again, nothing crazy, honey. You know what it also says? Gypsy is homeschooled. This isn't the only place I have seen homeschooled or schooling mentioned in your medical records. Moving on, it says Gypsy is homeschooled and that Willard Elementary is a resource for the mom. It also says that Gypsy receives occupational and physical therapy. Ain't that some shit? Lastly, before I go, it talks about Gypsy's hands being weak. I bring this up because when Gypsy Rose went over to Ryan's house to get that big box of pictures, whoever was with her, she said, will you carry that for me? My hands are weak. Right below me it says, can write and feed herself, but uses sippy cups sometimes because hands give out. Gypsy can claim, oh, I'm not affected by the microdeletion. She clearly is. In her prison email, she said she had scoliosis. She's admitted to microcephaly, the lazy eye, strabismus. Admitted that she doesn't remember if she had seizures or not. Her hands still get weak. What more does she need to see to believe that, girl, you are showing these signs and symptoms, honey? And to some extent, still show them today. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Gypsy still has hypotonia and all that running she claims she does or walking and all that good stuff is what is helping her maintain muscle mass as well as strength and function. That's just my opinion, and I hope to go over some more of her medical records slowly but surely. I want to send a shout out to the Good Wives Network for making sure these hit the streets. Until next time, honey, let's keep breaking these little medical records down, transcribing them in a way she understands. Bye.